When Oklahoma State Cowboys coach Mike Gundy is right, he's really right. They're a wishbone team, guys, Gundy said. They're just lined up in the spread. Those three sentences have earned a lot of hot air and a lot of ink, of which I'm spilling more of here now, because it's not just true, it's truest. The 2019 Oklahoma offense begins and ends with what OU quarterback Jalen Hurts decides to do when Creed Humphrey snaps the ball to him. He can run it, he can give it, or he can pass it. And there's no doubt that's a change in the way OU coach Lincoln Riley has built the offense in years past. With Baker Mayfield in the pocket, the Sooners ran the ball to pass it. The caliber of player on the offensive line in the backfield beside and behind Mayfield warranted that and could showcase the quarterback's accuracy down the field. The ability for the coaching staff to recruit a higher caliber of player than he was used to coaching also forced Riley to evolve from simply an air raid coordinator to a pro raid play caller. Now, the best offenses in the NFL, let alone college, resemble his teams. With Kyler Murray at quarterback, there was more of an emphasis on what the quarterback could do as an extra man in the run game. But Murray was never supposed to be the most capable and efficient rusher on the 2018 squad. And he wasn't. It's easy to forget, running back Kennedy Brooks rushed for 1,056 yards, averaging 8.9 yards per carry last season. Running back Trey Sermon ended the season with 947 yards on the ground on just 164 attempts. All this in a season that was supposed to be Rodney Anderson's to star in. But Murray rushing for 1,001 yards in 14 games while passing for 4,361 yards can't be overlooked either. Still, as heavy as Murray's workload was, Hurts's has been even more jaw-dropping. We need only to look at one stat to see how. Hurts became just the third player in the history of the sport to pass for over 3,000 yards and rush for over 1,000 yards in his first 11 games of the season. The others are former Texas A&M star Johnny Manziel, who was drafted number 22 overall in 2014 NFL Draft, and Louisville star Lamar Jackson, who is the favorite to win the NFL MVP this season. While Hurts has put the ball on the floor and thrown it to the men in the opposite colored jerseys more than a few times this season, he's also been the closest thing to an Avenger on a football field when asked to make plays. On the flip side, Oklahoma defensive back Brendan Radley-Hiles, Buki, was supposed to be the victim of a mismatch on Saturday night. Texas Christian's offense had possession at the OU 40-yard line with 1:47 left to play and an opportunity to win the game with a touchdown. Freshman quarterback Max Duggan saw the matchup he had. 6'4", 257-pound tight end Pro Wells was matched up in the slot with Radley-Hiles, who is listed at 5'9", which means the advantage was clear, like matching up Dr. Henry Jekyll on Mr. Edward Hyde. Duggan dropped back, threw the ball where Wells was going to be. As he did, Radley-Hiles launched himself in front of the pass to pick off his second interception of the season to seal a 28-24 victory for Oklahoma. It seems it was Radley-Hiles who drank Jekyll's potion. Radley-Hiles' interception was the second straight game winner for of its kind, consecutive weeks, and third consecutive wherein OU defender had to make a play to win the Sooners a game, and in another game, all of which were combined 8 points in difference. In November, that's just been how it's had to be for the number 7 Oklahoma Sooners. In November, the offense has sputtered, and the defense has played like both Jekyll and Hyde. The Sooner defense gave up a combined 72 points in 6 consecutive quarters against Iowa State and Baylor. In the next 6 quarters, the Sooners held Baylor and Texas Christian to a combined 17 points. And over the last game and a half, the Sooners have held Baylor and TCU to 273 total yards, which is 4.5 yards per play. But the latter is who the OU defense has been more often than not, with Alex Grinch calling the plays. Oklahoma ranks number 31 in total defense. LSU ranks number 43. Not bad for a defense that was ranked 129th out of 130 FBS teams in pass defense a year ago. OU's offense has faced 3 top 50 defenses in the last 3 straight games. Texas Christian ranks number 33. Baylor ranks number 41. Iowa State ranks number 50. Oklahoma ranks number 13 in third down defense, giving up the first down marker just 30.2% of all opponent third down opportunities. That's better than Utah at 14, LSU at 17, and Alabama at 29. With the regular season finale in Stillwater this weekend, there's cause to wonder which version of Oklahoma is likely to show up against the Pokes. Will it be terrorizing Hyde or Jekyll, who simply forgets to drink the potion? Now, no matter how this goes, the Big 12 can't win. Because if you get a defensive contest between a Cowboys defense that has ranked inside the top 40 in rush defense and an Oklahoma defense that is trending toward the top 25 in the country in total defense, well, they're just going to say it was a letdown. When perhaps people have been wrong about what the Big 12 is and who the Big 12 is this season. As Lincoln Riley said, I don't care what anybody thinks. I, too, have been watching a lot of Big 12 football and most of it my life. This is one of the best defensive conferences in all of college football. Respect its gangster. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Deuces.